About a month ago, I made a PDF that I decided to sell for $7, and within 30 days, that same PDF had made me over $4,000 in profit. The purpose of this video is to show you how exactly I did it so that you can copy me and go and do it for yourself. But first, let me show you real proof so that you know that what I'm talking about is actually real and not just made up figures. Now, as you can see, this is the dashboard of my website, meaning that this is where I see all the transactions and everything that's happening on my website. As you can see, today I've just made $114. If I change this and show you all time, you see that in total on this one website, I've made over $37,000. But to give you context for this particular video, if I come here and I click on custom, and then I change this to the month of May, and I change it to the 1st of May. And then the deadline is going to be the 31st of May, so that it covers just that 1 month. And I say apply now. You see that I've made over $4,282. As you can see, the figures keep changing each time as I'm talking because this is real. This is not a screenshot, but this is actually me showing you for real. And for anyone watching this who is located in South Africa, just like me, that's around 70,000 rands in profit. But not only does this work in South Africa, but it works in any part of the world. So in this video, I want to show you 3 things. Firstly, I want to show you why a $7 PDF actually made more sense for me rather than building some big expensive course. I want to show you exactly what was inside of that PDF. I'm going to show you on my screen so that you can see it yourself. And then I want to walk you through how I actually got people to see it and buy it, because that's the part that most people get stuck on. But before I get into any of that, there's a problem I ran into the moment I started getting sales. And I want to talk about this first because it's super important. Now, here's the thing that nobody talks about when you start making money like this. The sales come in very fast, but actually keeping track of that money is a whole different problem. This part of the video is in partnership with Xero, so let me quickly explain what that is and why it matters. Xero is a cloud-based accounting platform built for small businesses, and it handles your invoicing, your bills, and your payments all in one place. So instead of manually tracking every payment coming in from your PDF sales or chasing people down when something goes wrong, Xero sends automated reminders and gives customers more ways to pay you, so the money actually lands in your account faster. And because it captures everything automatically, you're not spending your evenings doing admin instead of creating your next product. Now, if you're serious about turning this into an actual business and not just a one-time win, get 90% off for the next 6 months using the link that you'll see below this video. Yes, terms and conditions apply, but that's how I keep track of the money so I can focus on what actually got me here, which is making stuff that people want to buy. Okay, so let's get into the actual thing that made this money for me. Because once I explain this, it's going to make a lot of sense why I went this route instead of building something bigger. Now, the reason I went with a $7 PDF instead of, say, for example, a $200 course is because at that price, there's basically no objection left for someone to buy. No one is sitting there thinking, let me sleep on it or let me check with my partner first. $7 is basically an impulse buy. And when something is an impulse buy, you don't need to convince people for weeks. You just need to get it in front of enough of the right people and let the price do the rest of the work. So what I actually built was a PDF that solved one very specific problem, and I mean one problem, and I didn't try to teach someone everything about a topic. I picked the one thing people were already frustrated about, and I solved just that one thing. Let me actually pull it up so that you can see what I mean. And as you can see, it's not fancy, it's not 50 pages long, it's just short, it's laid out clean, and every single page is doing one job, which is moving that person one step closer to actually solving their problem, so that by the time they get to the last page, they are not left with more questions than they started with. They've actually solved the exact thing that they came in stuck on, and that's the whole reason I built it this way instead of stuffing it with 50 extra pages nobody was ever going to read. So if you want to go and do this yourself, here's how I'd think about it. Firstly, go and find a problem that people are already complaining about. You can see it in the comments section of YouTube videos, product reviews on platforms like Amazon. You can see it in forums, wherever there is an audience where people are expressing their views and they're leaving comments about a particular product or something that is on their minds. Your job then becomes to build something that solves just one of those problems. Don't overthink the design, don't overthink how long it needs to be, because the goal was never to impress people with how much content there is. The goal is for them to get a result and walk away happy. Now, here's where most people get stuck, because you can have the best $7 PDF in the world, but it means absolutely nothing if nobody actually sees it. So let me show you exactly how I got eyes on this thing. The reason traffic matters more than the product itself here is because at $7 price point, you are really playing a numbers game. You don't need a crazy high conversion rate. You just need volume. So honestly, my entire focus for those 30 days wasn't tweaking the PDF over and over. It wasn't building the perfect website. It was simply getting as many people to come to the page where I was selling that product. So what I actually did was take short clips, post them consistently across a couple of platforms, and every single one of them pointed to the same link. I focus on platforms like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, Pinterest, and Facebook. I created short videos without showing my face, but then they were all addressing the pain point, which was basically helping people to be aware of that particular problem that they were facing, and then presenting the solution of my PDF, which was in the link in the bio. I'd always mention that in my videos. And because I did that consistently over these different platforms, people began to follow my pages on those different platforms. And some people would actually go to my page to find out about my PDF. And then that's how some people started buying. So no, I didn't have to have some fancy funnel that was complicated. I didn't have to have some complicated automation. The only thing I did was just create consistent content on these different platforms. So if you're trying to copy this, here's the actual process. Pick one platform where your audience is already hanging out, post content that gives away a piece of the value for free, and then end every single post the exact same way by pointing people to where they can go to get the full solution. Then what I then did was that I would post the same content from my main platform onto all the other platforms. Do that every single day for 30 days, and I promise you, you will start to see movement. And that right there is exactly how those numbers on your screen happened. Nothing complicated, no big ad budget, just a small product that solved one problem. I got consistent traffic pointing it every single day, and then the sales started coming in. Now look, I know 30 days and $4,000 sounds like a pretty specific case, and it is, but the process behind it isn't. And honestly, this is the exact same process I walk people through inside of my paid 5-day challenge, where I take you through picking your product, building it, and then getting your first sales. I help you through all this process step by step over 5 days. So if you'd rather have me personally walk you through this instead of trying to figure it out on your own, I'm also going to put a link in the description of this video for my 5-day challenge. No, it's not for free. It costs $97 because I only want to work with serious people who are willing to commit, make a small investment into themselves, and then I'll show them everything that they need to know. The next challenge is going to be happening in the next few days. So click the second link that you're going to see in the description of this video. You can find out all the details and basically just register for the challenge. You get direct access to me. You can ask me as many questions as you want. We've got a community of other people who are already succeeding. You can learn from them as well. And yeah, let me help you to be able to build your own business like this that gets you to profit by selling digital products. Now, let me know in the comment section, what PDF are you going to be creating for yourself that you're going to start selling? And I'll do my best to give you my best tips that can help you to get started quickly. You might also want to check out this video next that will show you exactly how I made my first $1,000 online by selling PDFs. It's a full step-by-step course training. Check it out. It's going to help you.